Last time on Knights of the Roll Table, Team Valiant and ally Kass made their way to the desert temple of Shamaran and ended up splitting the party. Remy, Sarsa, and Branch went into the lower temple, finding themselves in a puzzle of wits with their own reflections, having to admit their fears and shortcomings. They were ultimately able to retrieve the first key needed for their mission. Meanwhile, in Castor City, Team Alistair learned the time of a meeting with supposed turncoats within the Knights. After some possibly cursed shopping, they planned a mission where Igneous would meet the contact in disguise.
So that's kind of the plan. We have Igneous undercover, Aryx, Dierdre, Yenni, and Biscuit. So Dierdre up above. With that, unless there's any last minute things to do, you guys head out towards the square.
So we recovered, just to review, we recovered a note on Dan Brecht that said, what did it say?
It had the rendezvous time and location.
5 o'clock.
So we don't necessarily know who he's supposed to meet.
No.
Okay. And we don't know if that person really knows.
All right. All we know is 5 p.m. at the Market Square.
5 p.m. at the Market Square. Yep.
All right.
All right, you guys are heading towards the square, and as you're a few blocks away, Alistair directs you guys to kind of, not walk as a group, to kind of split up and take some of the back alleys to kind of converge on the square. Eventually, you guys kind of all make your way there and begin to look around. It's just like it was at night, except much brighter because it's daytime. But there's lots of vendors open. People are buying and trading and moving things around. You see that there are some people maybe working on some new tile that's going down in a part of the plaza. So there's some people over on the north side working on that. Dierdre, you climb up on the west side balcony and you're looking down on the whole square, and you're able to get a good vantage point there. Alistair goes onto the comms and he says, "Okay, I'm in position. How we doing?"
Well, here we are.
Yeah, we're ready.
Okay.
Anybody see somebody? I don't know what I'm looking for.
This is actually kind of wonderful. I can see everyone's bald spot.
Dierdre, since you had rolled a 17 before to see if there were any differences, go ahead and roll another perception check.
That's an 11.
All right, so it's day. It's a lot different. You don't see too much different. You're noticing that maybe there are different vendors, different people who are working the different stalls. But overall, you don't see there to be except for maybe the construction workers that are doing some stuff on the northern part. It looks to be mostly about the same.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything particularly exciting.
And everybody else, go ahead and roll a perception check as well, as we're walking around the market and you're trying to look for somebody.
6.
14.
10.
16.
Yenni, you see, as you're looking around, there were a couple of benches that are kind of along the square, kind of along the sidewalk areas. You kind of notice that there's somebody who's been sitting at a bench for a little bit of time over where you are, kind of on the south of the square.
Okay, I tap into my comms.
Boop, boop.
Everybody look at that bench.
We look at it.
You guys see that there is a figure who kind of has a hood up, who is sitting at the bench. And Igneous, that would be kind of opposite where you are, so you'd have to make your way over there.
I'll make my way over there casual-like. Have a little sit there. Unless he reacts to me before that.
Everybody else, go ahead and roll a stealth check.
And that's an 8 for stealth.
23.
16 over here.
I rolled a 12, but Biscuit's going to cast invisibility.
Ooh, okay. So, Biscuit, you are invisible on your corner there.
I'm going to sneak a little closer within earshot of the bench, but not right next to it.
All right, Igneous, as you come up, you see the bench, and Alistair overcomes. He says, yeah, I see it. Igneous, right in front of you.
All right, so I'm kind of strolling up towards him, looking to see if he reacts at all.
You kind of come over, and she looks up at you real quick and kind of gives you a suspicious look.
And I'll sit down casually on the bench next to her, and then give a little nod.
She kind of moves over a minute, and after a second, she kind of looks over at you and leans in and says, "This is a nice day for sunshine."
Oh no.
Yes, it is. A nice day for sunshine, isn't it?
Would certainly hate for a cloud to come.
The clouds look like they're looming this evening.
I'm afraid that we don't have much time.
Right. Well, let's get it done then.
Now, I've checked the list that you gave me, and they're all clean.
Good.
They are ready to work for you. They have the usual cost, of course, but these are good ones. Not like the last ones that you worked with. These...
That was a big problem last time.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they didn't work well at all last time, and I expect better from you this time.
You're accusing me of something?
No, you said it yourself. These are better. You're surprised that the previous set was a sub-quality, and I'm just pointing that out. I trust you that these are better.
She goes into her coat and she looks around real quick, and then she hands you an envelope. It says, "Here, these are them and where you can find some."
All right.
Alistair over the comms says, "We gotta get her name. We gotta see who she is. See if you can get her to tell her name."
And what are you doing after this? Want to grab a pocket after this? Get to know each other a little bit better?
Excuse me? What are you talking about?
You know, if we're done with the business, we could just maybe have a little bite and a pocket, and we could get to know each other. For instance, I don't even know your full name. What's your full name? My middle name is Kevin.
Dan Brecht's your middle name is Kevin?
Yeah. Well, it's surprising, isn't it? You didn't know that, and that's what I'm saying. What's your full name?
I didn't know.
This is how we build a trust and connection. Sharing personal information.
This seems highly against protocol, Mr. Danbrecht.
Igneous is thinking like we should have created an SOS signal. Like a hand signal or something.
Oh no, we all know you're in trouble. I don't think anyone has any question about this.
Rescue.
Mayday.
Nope. But he's being cool. You can't even share your name, a trivial fact like that. I mean, come on. Did you have any pets as a child, or you got any hobbies?
Are you trying to give her name or her bank account password?
Play it cool, Igneous.
This is cool.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Look, I didn't mean to offend you. I just thought
we are in the middle of a war.
Little more of a. I know, right?
We win the war by deception, by staying in the shadows.
Yes.
Tell her she's been in the shadows of your heart for so long. You cannot bear another moment without her.
I think the shadows are a place that we've been for a long time, and it's time that my heart was with yours. I think
Danbrecht, you can't say things like that to me. You know that was in our past.
You feel it too, though. It's not in the past.
Tell her that war is the only time for love. You don't know. You're not promised tomorrow.
I don't know. This is a war, and we don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow, so we gotta make the most of every night, you know what I mean?
Danbrecht, I wish I could go back to you, but things are different now. What about Elizabeth?
Oh, Elizabeth, I mean, it's just nothing to me now, or maybe she is important if that's an appropriate relationship for Elizabeth and I to have, but I'm just saying I want to spend some time with you and your name.
Oh, Danbrecht, I can't believe that you're serious about this. Tell me that thing you told me when we were at the lake house.
Tell her it's too painful. If you can't at least have her full name on your tongue, you don't want to think about the past if there isn't a future.
Listen, I can't. It's too painful to think about the past. My eyes on the future, and a future with you and I together.
Roll a deception.
7.
As in 007.
No, definitely not that.
Danbrecht, you're lying to me. You're playing me as some sort of fool. I remember what you told me at that lake house. You said, Zenon, I will love you forever.
Look, Zenon, I will love you forever. That's what I meant. But look, there's so much has happened since the lake house. I just think you and I, Zenon and Danbrecht, should make a new start together. And I think it starts over there with those pockets. But look, if you don't want to, I understand. I'll just be on my way with this envelope. Fine. I get it.
Danbrecht, wait. Alistair comes on the comm. Boop, boop, boop. You gotta get a last name. We have multiple hits from Zenon. Keep going. You gotta get a last name, too.
All right. Look, Zenon, I was just thinking, hypothetically, if you and I were to join together and start a little family, I've always thought it's a tradition in my culture for the children to take the mother's name. And so, look, what would you ideally name our child if we had one? That's what I need to know right now to decide how to proceed forward.
Zenon, this is moving so fast.
I know, but it's all I can think of.
You just called him Zenon.
I'm talking to myself sometimes. I can't even think. Danbrecht, I can't believe you saying these things to me.
Danbrecht and Zenon, and our child, who would be what? What would that child's full name be?
Don't you remember the list that we made?
Say it out loud. I want to hear it from your lips.
Let's both say it at the same time.
Okay.
Little Turner.
Plonai? Little Turner Plonai? Is that what we said together? What?
Have you forgotten my name?
No. I just love the way you say it. Like, okay, my accent.
The way I said? This is traditional for where I'm from.
Exactly. I just love the way it comes off of your beautiful lips. Let me hear it just one more time.
Roll a persuasion.
11.
Danbrecht, and she grabs your hand. Look me in the eyes. The glasses.
Uh-oh. Already for sure. I've just I've been filled with fire. There's something I've got to tell you. I'll have to leave the glasses on.
Oh, okay. That is not suspicious.
Well, you see, I've been stricken with a curse. I had a run-in with a...
Oh, you didn't buy one of the little trinkets, did you?
That was it. That's what happened. And he said it will wear off eventually, but like for now, look. And I take off the glasses. She sees the glimmering lights in my eyes. Every time I think that I'm... when I think about the fires burning within me, this happens.
Oh, Danbrecht, If it's true, I
Zane.
will say my name.
Okay.
Zane and Blood Eye.
Zane and what eye?
Blood Eye.
Blood Eye. Zane and Blood Eye. Oh, little Turner Blood Eye out in our future. I can see it. I can see it all together. And, what if we meet up here tomorrow night and make off together? Just you and me.
Oh, Danbrecht, are you sure about this?
Oh, I'm so sure. I've never been more sure of anything in my life.
Roll a deception.
Damn it.
Alistair gets on the comms and she says, "All right, they're looking it up now. We just need 2 minutes to check the database."
Yes. Flames. 18 for a deception check.
Oh, Danbrecht, you are serious. I can't believe this. You have broken off with Elizabeth?
I have. That's all over with. Feel my pulse. I'm all at Twitter.
You're not wearing the ring.
No, I'm not wearing the rings. I also note that is she wearing rings?
She is wearing a ring, yeah.
And no, I've not worn the ring in some time.
Wait a minute, Danbrecht, are you suggesting that we leave the mission?
Are you suggesting that we leave the mission?
I would never do that. I am in this to the end.
No, of course not. We can't leave the mission, but we can be in the mission together.
I need to know for sure, Danbrecht, that you are in this for sure. Look into my eyes and tell me that you are in this 100%.
Kiss her on the mouth.
I am in this 100%.
Roll a deception.
Not gonna kiss her?
21. And then I kiss her.
Oh!
Nice.
The awkwardness of having all this makeup and prosthetics and everything that's on, as you pull away from her, she is in shock, and you see that around her face, there's actually some. She has kind of darker. She looks like maybe she's like drow. She has a darker complexion. You can see the very bright peach color of Danbrecht is on her around her mouth in places, and she says, "Danbrecht, this is all moving so fast. First, we have the mission, and what about your plans with the recruits?"
Right. My plans with the
I think
recruits.
you need to get out of there.
The recruits are doing very... Oh, I forgot about the recruits. I better go check on them now. Right now, I gotta go. But tomorrow night, you and me.
Danbrecht, wait.
Don't wait, just go.
I must go. I'll miss you. I'll see you soon.
Alistair on the comm says, "We have her, Zane and Bloodeye. She's a top-level defector. We need to take her down now."
How far away are they from my balcony?
A quarter of a block away?
How many feet? I'm trying to see if I can. If I'm in range, I want to take a crossbow shot.
You are within crossbow range. I'll say that.
Pew pew.
Okay, roll an attack.
That's a 9.
Can she roll with advantage because she's got the drop on her?
Roll it with advantage.
That's 16.
Before Igneous, before your very eyes, all of a sudden you hear, and a bolt comes and lands square between her shoulder blades and her back, and she goes, "Ah!" And she looks back, and she looks at you, and she looks back at the bolt, and she says,
Zanen! No!
"Handbrake, you have betrayed me!" And she pulls out the bolt, and she begins to run.
But I didn't even roll damage.
Well, go ahead and roll damage then.
10 damage.
All right, 10 damage. Great.
You gave me bracers of archery, so of course I want to, yeah.
Hey, you
Shoot my girlfriend?
You got it.
We had plans together. We talked about our children. I want to try to chase her and use my new ability, Stunning Strike.
I'll cast Magic Missile.
How do I want to do this? I kind of want to do a foot chase as she gets up. She casts some sort of spell that throws a bunch of the supplies and things that are kind of on the market, loaded up in the market. She kind of throws a bunch of these things around using some sort of force spell. And in the chaos, she gets a good distance away from Igneous, where you would have to run to catch up. She begins running towards one of the main exits here. You guys jump to it. Over the comms, you're hearing this, all this action happening, and you all begin to take pursuit. And so let's do this. I'm going to roll for her. Okay, very good. So everybody go ahead and roll an athletics check or an acrobatics check or some sort of other dexterity check to that would help you catch up to her as you guys exit towards the southeast corner.
I rolled a natural 20 plus 6 for acrobatics, so I got a 26.
Ooh,
I got
okay.
a 7.
I rolled a 9,
Okay.
I got a 15.
but I would still like to cast Magic Missile.
All right, go ahead and roll the damage there.
17 force damage.
Wow, all right. So as the pursuit begins to happen, you see these bolts and strike Zainin as she's running. She is going to run past Yenni. And Yenni, what was your check?
I rolled a 15.
You kind of see her coming, and you're able to grab onto her, and for a moment are able to slow her down. But she casts some other type of spell and phases away, just another 20 feet away from you down the road there. And with that, out of nowhere, Aryx jumps out from behind some of the barrels and shops that are over there and is directly right behind Zainin as she's running here. And okay, we're going to do another round of that. So right now, Aryx is very close, Yenni is quite close, and everybody else is back behind. She is definitely kind of stunned and hurt from all of the damage that she's taken, and everybody
Not to
roll
mention the
another.
emotional damage.
There's a lot going on for her right now.
I'm not feeling great either.
With that, everybody roll again the same or a different check that you want to do there.
18.
14.
I rolled a 24.
I'd like to cast Blindness Deafness on her.
Okay.
So specifically, I want to make her blind.
Okay.
She has to Constitution saving throw against my DC of 14.
Oh, that's going to be a 19.
Yeah, she succeeds.
All right, so she rolled very well there, and you see that the spell kind of fizzles, the energy fizzles off as she looks back behind and uses another force spell to drag a cart into the road to kind of block the path in front of you. Carlos, what was your roll?
23.
23. She's running, and you guys are following. You're coming over. You're pushing people out of the way that are carrying a stack of melons. You're pushing through a cart, and a bunch of hay goes flying everywhere. You run.
My cabbages!
You run up towards a horse, and it goes, and you go the other direction. And then, like, it does like that wide angle fisheye lens shot, like when it's by the horse, it's like, roar. Kind of at the same time, Yenni, Igneous, and Dierdre, you guys all going in different directions, kind of corner her in this back alley where it kind of ends at this T. And each of you is on an opposite end. You can use an action right now as everybody else catches up. Let's go ahead and roll an initiative.
13.
16.
18.
22.
12.
Okay, so we're going to start with Aryx.
I'll try to catch up and then add Eldritch Blaster.
Okay, roll away.
6 is 15.
That's going to hit.
And the other one is 17.
Yeah, that's going to hit.
Plus 6, 13 damage.
13. All right, she shrieks with that, recoils back and tries to get her bearings, but she's still standing at this moment. We're going to move on to Yenni.
All right. I'm going to jump right at her and go with a reckless attack, which gives me an advantage on any weapon attacks that use strength, which this one would.
Go for it.
17.
That's going to hit.
Oh, yeah. Just 3 damage.
Just 3?
Just 3. But, because I leveled up, I get an extra attack, baby!
Oh boy! Good dang!
Oh, 6. Wah.
You land those in there, and she does not like that. It's painful to be hit by axes.
Wow.
It's-
6, Jeff.
It's not great for the complexion. Igneous' turn, 13.
I'm gonna attack her, and if I hit, I'm gonna attempt a stunning strike. So I attack her with my spear. It's a 20.
Gonna hit.
A stunning strike, I use a key point, and she has to make a constitution saving throw.
Ooh, 20.
Oh, dang. I'll hit her again and try it again. If I hit her. 14.
Misses.
I don't really want to hit her anymore. I could. I could hit her again, but I don't want to, because I have very mixed feelings about this situation. I will kill you! I'm so sorry! Who are all these people? We've got to stop them!
The ruse is up, obviously.
Alright, I thought we had something!
We have nothing. Now you are dead to me, and now you will be dead to everyone.
Turner, no!
The only Turner is you, Turner, in the grave.
That's fair.
No.
So, am I able to make between those previous turns and my movement, am I able to get in melee range?
Yes.
Is anybody else in melee range that I could feasibly possibly get in a flanking
Yes, Yenni is.
position?
Yes.
Cool. I would like to attempt to get into a flanking position.
Okay. You are able to do
Since
that.
I'm pretty nimble, and I'm going to attack her with some advantages.
Okay.
So 16 to hit.
Hits.
So 11 damage!
So you come up and you stab right into her. You definitely couldn't tell, but she's obviously wearing some sort of armor underneath. And even though you hit what would be a very good, probably a kill shot if she wasn't wearing any sort of armor. But because of that, you're still doing some damage, but not in the same way that you would expect.
For my bonus action, I have the Fast Hands by the Thief, which basically I can use a sleight of... I can use my cutting action to do a sleight of hand check. And I'd like to see if I can maybe try and slip that ring off her finger.
Try and swipe that ring off.
Okay. That's a dirty 20.
That's gonna work. While you're have the rapier pressed into her, you grab with the other hand and are able to pull the ring off, and so now you have the ring in your hand.
Ooh, shiny.
And so you have the ring in your hand.
Cool. Nope.
Biscuit, you are able to enter as well, so if you want to make an action here, you can do that.
Okay, if I can get within 30 feet of her.
You're able to, yes.
Hey there, darling. I know you like this guy, Danbrick, a lot, and I think you should tell him everything. Just sit on down. Let's have a snack, and you should tell him everything. And I'm going to cast Suggestion. She's going to have to make a wisdom saving throw.
15.
That's going to fail.
Ooh,
So,
okay.
She's
Remind me
going to
of
sit
suggestion
down,
powers.
and I'm going to... Suggestion means I suggest a course of activity limited to a sentence or two. She's charmed, and it lasts 8 hours, and she's going to tell him anything that he wants to know.
Okay, so remind me that sentence again.
Sit down, let's have a snack, and I need you to tell Dan. I need you to tell him anything that we want to know.
And as you guys are in the scrum kind of fighting it, you hear the tapping feet of Biscuit coming up behind, and he's kind of muttering something, and then all of a sudden, Zanin puts her arms down and kind of has a blank look on her face, and then she sits down, and she looks over at Danbrecht and says, "Well, what do you want to ask me?"
Oh, first things first. Here is a this nice little caramel wafer I picked up in the market this morning. It's delicious. So have yourself a snack, and then you can.
I like
can have
snacks.
You can have a little chatty chat. I know, Igneous. Yeah, I said you're the one that's gonna ask her. I figured you guys had a relationship at this point. So why don't you just ask her whatever you think that we need to know?
All right.
She'll tell you anything now.
What's your middle name?
Really?
It's Sally.
Sally, that's a nice name. Did
With a
you
Z.
have any childhood pets?
No, I did not.
What? This has nothing to do with anything. Why don't we just restrain
Hey, he
her?
said I could ask the question. Hey, listen, earlier back there, when I invited you to Pockets, you didn't really want to go because you were busy and urgent, or was it me? Was it me that you didn't want to go with?
Oh
or
my
was it-
god, is this really the conversation that we're having right now?
Well, it was dedication to the mission,
I understand.
and I wasn't sure about you, Danbrecht, and I think my suspicions were correct.
That's
since you are
fair.
working against me.
Yeah, this is all a disguise, actually. I'll take off the wig.
Ugh.
Show my mohawk. These
Wait
are
a
my
minute.
actual eyes.
Hey, Dan Brett.
Wait a minute, and she looks at Biscuit and she says, "Didn't you tell me just to talk to him?" But he is not him.
No, but I told you to talk to him, that person.
Yeah, he didn't. He wasn't specific. You can talk to me. Your
Well,
old friend. Dan Brick.
that seems like a little trickery of the spell lore. Seems like I have completed my bit of expectation. Okay, well, what do you want to know?
What do we want
Aryx
to know?
will press his. Aryx will talk. I don't know if I'm right there, if I have to talk in the Pebble, but either way, I'll tell him. Ask her about the Knights of the Realm, and find out what side she thinks she's on.
Yeah, tell me all about the Knights.
We are working to get the knights that want to work for us.
Are you a part of the Knights?
Well, yes. And
Yeah.
she pulls up her arm and she shows that she has the same tattoo that you have.
Right. Which side are you on, though?
We are on the side of Lyros, of course.
Lyros.
And what is your side called? What is this? Oh, sorry. Ask her what that side is called. Is it called like the Lyros Boys or the?
Yeah, you have like
side
a
of
name for
Lyros,
that
or-
side, or like you just the Lyros side, or you got like a club name?
We don't have any formal names.
Okay, sort of.
We are the followers of Lyros.
And so, what side? Since we are on the other side, what side is that?
Well, you are the ones who are trying to stop us, so we are going to stop you
Okay.
by
okay.
joining the ranks and eliminating all the knights from the inside.
That seems bad. Are you bad? It sounds like your side is bad.
No,
Well-
we are the ones trying to exercise our right to religion.
Okay.
Well, I see.
the Lyros.
Remember. All bad guys think that whatever they want is justifiable.
That's
I mean,
right.
that's kind of the classic hero's journey from kind of flipped from the other side. But
I've heard
so
that
anyway,
anyway.
but what if? Hold on. Ask them what Lyros ultimately wants. Like, what is their religion? What's their ultimate goal? Like, are they just want to eliminate the knights, or they want to try to take over?
Yeah, what's your goal with this whole Lyros thing?
We only want to serve Lyros so that he may make himself known on this plane again.
What does Lyros want to do on this plane then?
To bring back the deception and trickery and the shadows so that those who live in fear can own the world again.
That sounds bad. That sounds like bad. That sounds like bad, guys.
This is not bad. You are the one who is living in the shadows. It is the poor and the downtrodden who are forced into these positions. We are serving the greaters, those who are the refuse, who work against the unjust laws of their realms.
but you want to bring back the deception and the trickery and the shadows, or
So we've confirmed that they're the bad guys, right? Like, I think that seems pretty clear by this point.
They worship a nefarious god, so it certainly seems likely.
Right. So why are we still talking? Can we kill her? And then I'm tired. I want some wine.
Yeah, let's
Hold on,
chop her
bro.
head off.
Wait, don't kill her just yet, Igneous.
Oh.
Ask her.
hey, when you and
name.
Danbrecht were on the lake, was that like
Wait, are you
a
going
real
to kill
thing?
me?
Huh? Not
Are
me,
you going
no.
to kill me?
I feel like
No,
we
we're
had
just
a
asking
thing.
you questions, darling. It's
Thinking
fine.
about it.
Yeah.
Remember, you're telling us everything that we want to know. We want to know a lot, so...
And then
Don't
we'll
know.
kill
I
you.
feel very threatened with all of you around me. Yeah, nobody else is eating snacks.
Ask her if she knows the name of other people that worship Lyros that are pretending to be knights.
All right, listen. Do you want another cookie? We've got more cookies. Biscuit, give her a cookie.
That was my only one. I just had the one.
Oh,
There's no more cookies.
Well, I'm a very small person. I don't require a whole sleeve or anything. I mean,
I want to ready an action. If she makes to leave, I'm gonna stab her.
I offered you pockets earlier. We could go back and get some pockets, and we could continue this conversation.
Hey, it's pockets.
I feel like it would be a lot better for all of us if we went back and we had some pockets and we just like talked about our time on the lake together and what we had and what we could still have in the future. Because I feel like, you know, even though I was impersonating your friend there, like I feel like we really had a connection, you know?
That's such a stupid thing to think about. Why would I possibly do that with you?
I guess I got a little
You're
bit
not
too.
Danbrecht.
No, it's true. It's just
You are
like,
probably some others fine that I will have to kill.
I guess I got a little
Can I
bit
kill
too
her
into
now?
the character
I'm gonna-
this happens.
I'm gonna stab her.
hold on, wait.
And as she senses the danger happening there, danger sense, with her blood sugar dropping because of the lack of snacks, she falls from the suggestion spell since the snack party part of it is done. Everybody make a Constitution saving throw.
Dirty 20.
14.
19.
15.
12.
All right, everybody, 14 or below, you're going to take 26 necrotic damage, and everybody else takes half of that, so 13 necrotic damage. And with that, combat resumes. Biscuit went before, so Aryx, it is your turn.
I guess I'll Eldritch Blast her.
Okay, roll it.
Let's see. First one is 23 to hit.
Hits.
9 plus 3 is 12 damage. The second one is probably going to miss because it's a 10.
That is going to miss. All right, you blast that spell out. She is using this spell, trying to channel this energy to continue in this circle of necrotic energy. And as you blast her with that, the circle dissipates and she flies back, and her body lies in the alley, lifeless. She is no more.
I cast Cure Wounds on Little Biscuit.
Aw. Little Biscuit.
Little Biscuit. After a second, Alistair comes over, sees you guys, and sees her dead. Says, "Hope she wasn't much trouble."
Nah, she was fine.
What'd you find out from your talk with her?
Yeah, she was a right peach.
From our talk, you said to get her name, first name, and last name, and then you said to kill her, even though I feel like we were built up a relationship. She's one of the bad guys that are bringing back the Lyros guy, and if we had a child, we would have named him Turner. We used to have a thing out.
All right, listen, I
the
feel
lake.
like we learned something on this mission that Igneous is not the best at undercover work. He kind of gets distracted. Am I right here? I mean, like, you kind of went off the ball a little bit.
She was very fetching. I had to do this whole backstory thing in order to just get her name, and then we were kind of off to the races, all right?
All right, so we know that
You heard what
Lyros
she
is
said, yeah.
is this, there's a members of the Knights that are trying to recruit other people, and if anybody says no, they're going to try to wipe us out. So they're saying there's two sides, and they're followers of Lyros. They said something about they want to practice their religion freely, and they're trying to bring him back.
Oh, also
so he
this.
can make his presence
Here.
known.
I got this envelope. It's got the things in it.
Do we want to go somewhere that is perhaps a little less public to review this?
You guys gather up the body, gather up her belongings. Let's head back to headquarters. And some like kind of townsfolk are kind of looking in and coming in. And Alistair turns around and he says, "Nothing to see here. Knights of the Realm business. Everybody go about your business. Don't worry. Knights of the Realm are here to help protect you. Just taking care of some business here." And kind of shoos off the rest of the people.
I thought we weren't supposed to advertise that we were Knights of the Realm. I just feel like I'm really getting conflicting information here and having a bit of a crisis of identity about the whole thing.
Biscuit will cast Hypnotic Pattern and say, "Hey, y'all, look up there!" And it's this giant like little river otter head, and he's just like, and he's like kind of like cracking a nut on his stomach, and they all go, "Oh," you know.
Oh, wow.
And he's just like swimming around this little like shimmering image above the buildings, and they're just like not moving at all, and distracting them until we get the dead corpse away from the alley.
All right, so you guys managed to do that, and mission complete. You have obtained a secret list of known defected knights, and you have eliminated another defected knight, Zanin Bloodeye. The evil sorceress is no more.
And neither is her romance with her.
No, what could have been with former lover Danbrecht, not to be known again.
Like a fire, we burned brightly, but briefly.
Hello, listeners of the Roll Table. This is Jeff, your DM for Season 4. What a great adventure we're having unfold right before our eyes. Another shout out to Matt Acevedo for helping us out. You can follow him at the Matt Acevedo, and his actual play podcast of Mass Effect called Mass Effect Adventum. Go check that out. Zach was recently on a podcast called the Most Excellent 80s Movies Podcast, which is hosted by our friend Chrissy. The episode is Dragon Slayer. It's a really fun one, so give a listen to that. The best way to support us is to leave a rating and a review on whatever you're listening to. Give that rate and that review 5 stars preferred. You can follow us at Roll Table on Instagram, on Twitter. You can join our Discord server, Knights of the Roll Table on Discord. You can check out some of the music from today's episode by Weston Gardner. That's on Arcane Anthems. Go check it out. You can also check out Chris Daly's Patreon called Dungeon Heads. He does all the art for our podcast. You can check him out, Dungeon Heads, on Patreon, on Twitter, on Instagram, and check out his podcast, Comic Book Keepers, on the Geekly Grind Podcast Network. If you want to reach out to us, if you have a question, a comment, you want to put an ad on this show, knightsoftherolltable@gmail.com is where you can reach us. We know we are not the only D&D actual play podcast out there, and we thank you so much for listening and giving us a chance. That's it for the announcements. Now, go out and make life an adventure. Chur. Meanwhile, the other group, which includes Jerik, Deleth, Carver, and Kass, you guys are heading up the stairs. Like before, or like the downstairs, it curls up and heads into a chamber. You guys are walking through. There's kind of another door. This seems to be like kind of a series of hallways. And eventually you get to... you kind of go through one and another, and eventually you kind of come to up another staircase around back, and eventually you kind of come into what you think might be the very topmost part of this pyramid. And what you notice before you kind of enter this door is there's a lot of vines and plant life that is growing out of the door into the next area. As you guys step in, what you see is a room that has the open part has some open parts of the very top of this square, the square top part of this pyramid, and the sunshine is coming through. These plants and vines are all growing up through here and up out the very top. So it almost looks like you're between some hedges in here. And in this chamber, the center part is taken up by this very large creature that's here. And as you look at it, you see that there is a massive larger than a boa constrictor size snake head that is down on the ground, and its body, maybe 2 feet in diameter, and it curls up and around around itself in a coil. And at the very end, where you would expect a tail to be at the very top, it is the body of a woman that is at the very top, and she has these ornate beads on her face and around her neck. As you enter, the noises that she makes sound like very much like the Harry Potter parcel tongue. But Jerik, to you hear you hear her say, "Hello, stranger."
Oh, hello. Do I recognize that nobody else would be able to understand her?
You look around at your colleagues, and they look very confused as to what's happening. And you guys all hear Jerik talk back in a to her.
In not that, I turn to them and be like, I got this. Hey, how are you doing?
I am fine. You come seeking something?
We sure do.
Have your weapons ready, boys, just in case.
Hey, be chill. Hey, what are we here for, by the way?
Hisses at Kass as you say that.
Whoa.
Pleased to make your acquaintance. I am Jerik, Dark Harbor. And let's start off with what can I do for you? How can I take care of you?
Take care of me, I need not taking care of. This is my home. I am the Shamaran. This is my temple.
Okay, so this is your temple. It's very nice.
Thank you.
I liked the worm pit. The worm moat was very impressive out there. Have you been here a long time?
I've been here a very long time, and I have had to put them up as defenses.
Oh, yeah. You got to keep out the riffraff, I know how that is.
I do. You come seeking the helm of pure insight.
That sounds right. I don't feel like yes. I think that's a yes. Is that available? Do you have that here?
I can grant you access to it.
Okay. Yeah, talk to me about that.
If you seek pure insight, then you must know what is real from what is fake.
Makes sense.
Then you will have to show me that you will have to prove that your mind is smart enough for such a powerful item.
Well, that could be a problem. I mean, I'll give it a shot.
All you have to do
got this far.
is answer the questions that I give you.
Okay.
Are you ready for the first question?
Sure, bring it.
No, and all of us can't understand this still.
Correct.
Okay.
I say to Deleth and Carver, do you ever wonder how these creatures survive in these tombs? What do they feed on?
They are cold-blooded, so perhaps they go into a...
Silence!
Eyes on the prize, guys.
If 11 plus 2
Can you believe
equals
these guys?
1,
Uh-oh.
what does 9 plus 5 equal? And remember, nobody not in this room can help you. Only the people in this room can help you.
Quickly, what?
Okay,
what did
so she
say?
said if 11 plus 2 equals 1, apparently we are literally taking a quiz. Do you have something to write with?
Sorry,
11
are we
plus 2
taking
equals
a quiz?
1.
What is this?
What does 9 plus 5 equal? Was that right? What does 9 plus 5 equal? Okay, 11 plus 2 equals 1. It's like, what would this be? Algebra?
I don't know Branch very well, but I feel like he would really knock this out of the park.
What would 9 plus what?
9 plus
11
5.
plus 2 equals 1, then 9 plus 5 must equal
9 plus
1. Yes.
Is this maybe like what do they call those? Like a clock or a watch, where after 12 it starts over?
Ooh.
Or is it
Look
2?
at the smart
Because
guy over here.
So that
if 1 is I see what you're saying.
so 11 plus 2, right? 11 to 12, then 12 to
1
1.
o'clock.
1.
9 plus
Yeah, so
5
it's a
would
clock.
be 2
So it'd be
o'clock.
2. I agree. That's a good
9
answer.
plus 5 must be 2, my friend.
All right, we're feeling pretty clear about this because I have a feeling I'm going to get attacked by a snake if we're wrong.
I mean, we'll go down the line if you get
All
it
right.
wrong, and we'll figure something else out.
And then I will take my shot, and if I get attacked by a
Okay,
snake,
okay,
then
okay,
Deleth will take
all
a
right,
shot,
all right.
and so on.
Dude, 9 plus 5 would equal 2.
That's correct.
Yes! We got it!
What'd she say? What did she... Oh, yes, yes!
Oh, great! You're not dead. Excellent.
Next question.
Okay.
Did we get the... Did she tell us
There's
where
going to
it
be
is?
another question.
Lily is a lily pad in a small pond. Lily doubles her size each day.
Lily,
On the 20th day, she covers the whole pond. On what day was Lily half the size of the pond?
Oh my god.
I need that one more time. Can
Wait,
you,
I
can you
think I
have
have this. Okay, so
Wait, Jerik,
so
Jerik,
Lily
what
is
did
a
she
lily
say?
pad each day, and she doubles her size every day. And on the 20th day, 20th day, right?
20th day.
She covers the whole 20th day. She covers the whole pond. On what day was she half the size of the pond?
I'm sorry, could you... So Lily's the lily
So
pad?
long.
Does the lily pad have a name? Could we just back up?
I feel like we need to protect
I don't
this
think it's
lily.
about character development. I think it's just like it's another math thing. Apparently, they're all math problems. She doubles her size every day.
What kind of enchantment did they put on this lily that she keeps growing?
I don't think that's
she'll consume
important.
the planet.
She doubles every day, right? So it's the 19th day, right?
Because she would be half the size.
Right?
If
Yeah.
you double it, then it would be the full size.
Uh-huh.
Sure, yeah. I mean, it's
Alright.
your butt, dude.
Well,
Carver has an intelligence of 20. I feel like he's just kind of like when you hear a hard drive going. And all of a sudden he's just gonna like lift up his head and say the answer.
I think you have the answer.
all right. The 19th day.
Correct.
Yes! We got it!
What'd you say? What'd you say?
All right.
High fives, high fives, high fives, high fives.
Yes. Yes. High fives all around.
Question.
Good. This is a good team.
Next question. There's another one. Okay. All right. We're on a roll. We're on a roll. We got momentum.
It must be the last.
Which one of you knew guidance? Do either of you know guidance?
I
Silence!
am familiar with the guidance.
Okay. All right. Shh, 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 shh.
Oh.
In the
Four
zone, in the zone.
jolly men sat down to play and played all night till break of day. They played for cash
it
and
rhymes.
not for fun, with a separate score for everyone. When it came time to square accounts, they all had made quite
It's really
fair
long, guys.
amounts. Now not one has lost, and all have gained. Tell me now, this can you explain?
Was there a question?
Can you,
What did you say, Jerik?
you need to say it all back to us, Jerik, verbatim, because we cannot
Snake woman,
understand.
you're gonna have to do that
the snake.
again. And then I'm just gonna repeat you and
Verbatim.
just like pass this one straight on. So tell me about the four jolly guys, right?
Four jolly men sat
Four jolly
down
men
to play
sat down
and
to play.
played all night till break of day.
And played all night till break of day.
Okay, they played for cash and not for fun,
They played for cash and not for fun.
with a separate score for everyone.
Okay, yes.
A separate score for everyone.
When
Okay,
it
okay.
came time to square accounts, they all
When
had
it came
made
time to square
quite
accounts.
fair amounts.
Yeah, I've made quite
Now
fair
not
amounts.
one has lost and all have gained.
Not
Tell
one's
me
lost and all
now.
have gained.
This can you explain?
Tell me now this, can you explain?
Jerik, did she do the rhymes, or are you just doing that to show off? And
No, she did the rhymes.
Okay, all right.
Which is ironic because in the snake language it doesn't rhyme, but when you translate it does rhyme, which is a really weird coincidence.
I don't want to brag, but I totally have this one figured out.
This is the only one I haven't known.
No, I've got this one figured
Hear
out.
me out. What if this is all like? What if this is all like a metaphor?
No.
We like a weird
You're
metaphor,
kidding
Jelly
me.
Man?
No. Hear me out. What if they are all playing like an instrument? So it's like it's almost as if like they're like street performers, and right? Does this make any sense? What I'm saying?
Yes,
Yes.
Would explain the score because
That's what I got the score.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
So they are a band. They are a band, and they are playing together. The deception is that it makes you think that they are playing some sort of gambling game, but they are actually in a band, earning equal amounts, but playing 4 separate scores. One of them could be a drummer, or a flautist, or a violinist, or a fiddler, or a drummist,
Pianist.
or a pianist, and Carver just goes on and lists all these different. But at the end of the night, they would all
Sousaphonist.
divvy up the same amount.
Is it sad that musicians are playing not for fun? I always thought that if you were doing what you loved, you would never work a day in your life.
I mean, it could be
Perhaps
both.
they are playing at a wedding.
The snake end of the monster starts snapping at you guys.
Oh, that's you.
Okay, hey, bad down. Back.
Tell her the answer, Jerik.
Okay, well, what's the how? So, what was the question? I just have to explain it. So we think they're a band, right? They're a band.
They're a paid band.
They're a paid band. All right, so
But what are they paid?
They're hired.
They're
to play
hired
for
musicians.
for a gig.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the answer. They're
musicians.
They're a
They're
four-piece.
paid
They're a four-piece quartet.
They are a 4-piece quartet
Okay.
hired to play for an event.
All right. They're a band. All
And
right.
if not, you'll get bit, and we'll know.
Great.
So then,
Great. All right.
yes.
Wait, hold on.
Yes.
Just a second. I'm gonna cast.
It's so amazing.
I'm gonna cast Sanctuary on myself before I give the answer. So if I get attacked, whoever attacks me has to make a Wisdom saving throw, and if they fail, you have to attack somebody else.
the
So
Knights
first,
of the Realm.
Sanctuary, and then
So
I
brave.
say they're a band, musicians.
Correct.
Yes.
What'd you say?
Right, we got it. Yes. I was gonna
Motorcycles go.
I'm sorry, that was an actual motorcycle. They're a band. We were right. We got it.
I think we'd ask her if she could give us the answer to the tomb.
Oh, are we done? We passed? We got it?
Another question.
Oh, all right. Sanctuary's still up.
Oh no!
It lasts a minute. We're cool. All right, hit us. We're on a roll.
What is the next 3 letters in this sequence?
What's the next 3 letters in this sequence?
O T
O
T
T.
F F S S.
O.
Those are
T.
consonants.
Shush. O T T F. Can you repeat that?
O T T F F S S.
O T T F F S S.
Yes.
There might be a whole bunch of S's, extra S's in this. It's kind of hard for me to tell.
There's
OTT.
2 S's.
F as in fan, and S. Okay, OTT, fan, sure.
What?
Sure.
I know the answer.
All right, Carver, what's up?
The answer is E.
And why would that be?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh, I like this Warforged dude. I'm going to go with it. Sanctuary's still up, so I'm going to answer fast. The answer is E.
E is the next 3 letters.
Oh, the next 3 letters.
The next 3 letters was the question. All right, so E and then
Incorrect!
N. E and T. E and T.
No, it's too late.
Wait, I didn't hear that part.
You had to slow
next
it. You had a
letter.
good run.
Listening skills cover.
3 out of 4.
Hey, I legitimately only heard what is the next letter.
It's too late.
It doesn't matter. She doesn't.
I can't hear what you're saying, and I don't care.
You didn't hear the answer. I'm not a good... All right, well,
Next question.
I feel like we should get partial credit for that one.
I feel like this is taking a long time.
How many questions are there?
16.
Oh, man. Guys, we could be here a while.
Whatever the teacher did.
This one will work differently. You've proven yourselves smart enough.
All right. This one's different.
But
We're smart.
there's one more.
Okay, one more
There's
question.
one more question. It's a story about me.
It's a story.
Long ago, a young man came to my temple and was never heard from again.
Let's just assume Jerik retells this story as it's
Yes,
shared.
please. That's
Okay.
okay. The villagers and nomads assumed that I had killed him and eaten him up. They sent swordsmen to kill me, and that is when I put up these defenses. For you to be worthy of true insight, you must prove to be insightful indeed. Did I kill that man that came into my temple? Am I the monster they claim me to be? You may investigate here in my chamber all that you'd like. So for this one person you can select one person to roll an investigation check. Who would be very adept at investigations among you?
All right. I'm going to, again, do that monocle thing and kind of like this thick monocle pops out. I'll cast guidance on myself, and I'm going to investigate. Dirty 20.
Woo!
Nice.
All right.
Nice.
You begin to look around, and you illuminate all of these things for all of your compatriots here. So the first thing you notice is that there are a bunch of skeletons that have armor and have swords that are scattered throughout this area. You also notice that there are some shoes, some clothes, and belongings that belong to a man. The next thing you notice is that on the Shamaran herself, on her back, that there are some scars on her back. You also see that in a corner, there is a table that has 2 chairs, and there's a plate and a fork on that table. You also notice that in a corner of the cave, there is a mound of dirt, and on that is sticking out from the end of it is a piece of stone that has a symbol carved onto it. And the last thing you notice is that there's a pile of maybe it looks like discarded things, and it has a bunch of fruit and vegetable rinds. Like, you kind of look around, there's kind of some fruits and different plants that are growing in here, and there's a pile that has a bunch of them that are kind of eaten away, and there's a pile of them there. You also notice that the skeletons that are around are brittle and very dusty. So those are the clues that you have to work the investigation of, did the Shamaran kill the man? What happened here?
What's the symbol on the tombstone? Or on the stone? Sorry.
You can roll a knowledge history.
28.
You know,
Dang! Look at the Warforged.
you look up your indexical encyclopedia. You know that is a symbol of Rashan, a local, a god that is praised in this region specifically. Symbol of Rashan.
So I kind of am taking notes and like looking at stuff, and the little monocle zooms in and zooms out every once in a while. I'm like walking around the room and just
Yes. Interesting. Right. Well, I have a feeling that someone lived here, almost was comfortable and made a garden and was comfortable living here with this being, and perhaps was buried over where the mound of dirt was, as this seems to indicate a tombstone.
So, no, she didn't kill him?
I don't think so. It seems that he was, if he was killed in a very ceremonious way, and he was paid respects.
Well, there's only we have 50% chance. Put your arm out, Jerik. You know what to do.
I don't think that she killed him.
All right. Great Shamaran. Clearly, you are a wise and smart creature, woman, deity, with a lot of time on your hands to create clever riddles. We do not think that this story of you is true. We think that, like, you lived here peacefully and harmoniously with this fellow for a long time until he passed away and is perhaps buried in that tomb there.
You are correct indeed.
She says we're correct indeed.
Yeah, excellent, excellent.
Wonderful.
Way to
That is
go.
good news.
Very condolences on whatever happened to that guy.
He was my lover, and we lived in here for several years. And when the villagers found out, they came to kill us both. And they did indeed kill him.
That sucks. I'm sorry.
She sounds sad.
She says the villagers, when they found out, they came and they killed him.
Shamaran, what did your lover look like? Can you describe him?
He was a man, dark hair, sexy body, like a beautiful man.
Sexy season.
Did he look like Flesh Blanket over here?
No. No, he was much more
Better.
slender, like a snake.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Carver carves this little, kind of small and nondescript, like not terribly detailed, but just, a man with the symbol that he saw, and he's carving it. It's just about like it's the length of a pencil, and it's just like a little memento. It's like a little totem that I have carved this for you. I do not know his exact features. They're a little nondescript in the face, but for you to remember him by.
Thank you, stranger. You are clearly worthy of true insight. The snake head of the Shamaran goes up and into the coil and pulls out on a chain a key and holds it out to Jerik.
I take it. Thank you.
You take it and it goes, and it slinks back, and she says, "Thank you and safe travels."
And you as well. Let's go.
Hey, Derek, could you ask her if we'd gotten that fourth question right? Would we have gotten like gold or something nice?
I think we're pressing our luck. I really want to go right now.
All right.
Let's go. Come on.
I have more
Come on.
riddles if you want more riddles.
Quickly. We'll be maybe next time.
Okay.
All right, you hold those. We'll be back. Take
I'll
care.
be here for eternity.
All right. Gotcha.
I never
Gotcha.
die. All right, and you guys head back down the stairs, and you meet the other part of the crew, and you both sets of you guys have keys.
Well done. Well, I hope yours was as fun as ours was.
Yeah, we did some math riddles. It was pretty rad, actually. These guys worked it.
Not even really worth talking about.
Anyway, should we work these keys?
All right, you guys take the keys and you put them in the big door, and you turn them in opposite directions and pull them out, and it certainly it opens up wide and opens up into an area that has this this beautiful tile floor that is very vast, and it goes out. You're kind of at the bottom of like a corner of it, and so it's like a square that comes out. You're at one corner of the pyramid, right? And so you're kind of looking across the opposite way, and you see that there is this beautiful gold archway, and beyond there you can see there's another room that looks like there's maybe chests and gold through there. Yeah, so that's what you see before you. And Remy begins to lead you guys across.
As they are walking across, I go to the side and there's something over there, and I pull down this lever.
Before you guys realize that Kass is not with you, the entire floor underneath you gives way, and all of the tiles fall down, and each of you fall down about 15 feet, land on this sandy pit. As you gather yourselves, kind of look around, you see that Kass is not with you. Are you okay?
What was that?
What?
This is some sort
What
of
happened?
some sort of pit that we've fallen into.
Where did Cass go? None of us saw him do that?
I'm sorry that it had to be this way.
Why does it have to be this way? This is not a good way for it to be.
Wait, what way? Or what is this way that it having to be? I don't like the sound of that
Remy!
at all.
Remy,
Cass, what's happening?
my family, they weren't taken, but they were I was also taken with them by these masked figures who have made me come to here, lure you here, to make sure that you do not retrieve this item. And then by doing so, they will let my family go.
You're trapping us in here to die, all of us?
I'm sorry. There was no other way. And I'm weak, Remy. I'm weak.
Cass, I can't believe this. You can still change. You can make a different decision. We can figure this out.
I can't believe I let you carry me.
The sandworms are coming. You were like a father to me.
You were a son to me,
Another
Cass.
father figure.
You were a son to me.
I didn't want to do this. But there are things that not even a smile and heroics can help. And I am bound by their word, and I have to do this so that my family can survive. I look at Sansa. I'm sorry.
Sarsa.
Whatever.
What?
You look at a picture of Sansa from Game of Thrones that she had it with.
Queen of the North.
I am sorry about what Ramsay Bolton did to you.
I had to leave you now. I can't let you. They don't want you to get the helm of pure insight.
We are so not cool right now.
Cass, we can work this out. We can find them together.
I don't. How can you think they overpowered me? Look at me! All this working out and all this protein and proper diet, and for what?
Cass,
I'm useless against whatever magics they had.
Cass, we can help you. Please, we can use the Knights. We can use the intelligence network. We can find them.
Word has gotten out that the Knights have spoiled,
It's not true.
like old milk.
It's not true.
He's a poet.
Cass, if it's me that they want, why don't you just give them me? You can let them live.
I want your sword.
This sword has been passed down for generations in my family.
You don't have to die. If I come back with proof that you've been murdered, then perhaps everyone wins.
I would very much like to live today.
Fine. If you'll help us out, you can take my sword. You can take it back to them and say that you've done the task.
Very well. And I go to the side, I start lowering like a rope, and I say, "Throw me the sword!"
All right, Remy takes his sword and takes off the sheath from his belt, and he throws it up on top.
Do we have the rope around my hand?
It is ready. Yes.
Okay, Carver's gonna use his right arm to throw
his left hand
to throw the rope at Kass, and the hand is gonna try to pull him and pull him down into the pit.
Why
They were just doing the thing.
Kass moves out of the way because he sees what you're doing in there because you're in a pit and he can see you all. Not sneaking anything on him. He's a trained professional.
Don't try anything. What are you? I'm trying to. We're making a deal. You want me to leave you here?
They don't speak for me yet. They don't speak for me.
The hand is trying to grab onto something like it's like just.
I have the sword, and I lower the rope, and then I leave. Goodbye. Goodbye.
The pretty ones, total jerks.
Goodbye, Remy.
Never trust a beefcake.
I'll never forget you, Sansa.
Can't even say my name right.
And cue end theme music.
I hope we've all learned a valuable lesson here today. I should cast Zone of Truth a lot more often.